Peace, Virgo rising. Let's see what you need to keep most in mind and heart this week to help everything rise into place. We're going to be tapping into an ambition, career-driven oracle deck for our foundation frequency this week because we've got Mars going direct tonight at 9 p.m. So things are going to start to move, go, go, go. And then we're going to tap in, as always, to tarot for our fundamental framework. So let's tap right in for the Virgo rising collective and see what Spirit has in store for you. You've got connections. Teamwork makes the dream work. Allowing others to share their talents and skills with you will help your career and business grow further. Bring in the team. This is also about asking for help. I know. Virgo alignment, I'm a Virgo moon. We're all about doing it by ourselves sometimes. We're all about perfectionism, and if you want it done right, you got to do it yourself kind of thing. Something's got to give. And it's also about moving things forward. It's about the more. And ultimately, when you do extend yourself in that way and you do ask for help, you do outsource, right? Outsourcing is very important in regards to expanding our businesses. And it's a good sign for a business expansion in that regard, because that means that you have the resources to be able to outsource, right? It means that you are growing the business, that you are trusting, and you're putting the energy out there to make it more. So tapping into connections, relationships, building on things. This is very much Three of Pentacles energy of finding the right team and being able to lean on them. And when you put trust in other people, it gives them the sense of pride that makes them be intrinsically motivated to actually want to stand up for you, that makes them want to actually prove that you made the right choice in trusting them. So extend yourself in that way a little bit more, especially in regards to your business and thinking about the expansion of things. Think about the conglomerate. Think about the empire. Ultimately, you can't build the empire by yourself, and ultimately it wouldn't be an empire if you had nobody to delegate to nobody to, lean on, nobody to kind of sit around the conference room. What's the point of a conference room if you're the only person in there, right? So you want to fill up them seats. You want a big table. So this is the energy that you want to tap into, starting small, opening yourself up to resourcing, outsourcing, and reaching out to other people and building that team to ultimately build your brand and your business. So let's tap in for some tarot. We've got the Five of Wands and we've got the Magician. So my hesitation in the Five of Wands is because this is the very thing that makes you hesitant to build a team, to reach out, to outsource, to ask for help, all of these things because of the conflict, because of the energy of sometimes people, too many chefs in the kitchen and too many opinions, and that creates stagnation in some ways, and I totally get that as well. But reminding yourself that through any challenge and any conflict that may arise, especially in regards to a vision or creativity, is that it brings change. And change is always good, because it highlights certain things that ultimately we may have had a blind spot in regards to before. Even if these connections don't end up working out, it's still important to know. And we go through different relationships and dynamics and such, and we have sometimes illusions of people, but it's only when we actually put them to the test, when we actually delegate, when we do ask for help, that we're actually able to know if they're really going to show up for us or not. If there's a particular conflict, then we let them know this has been an issue for me, and testing the situation and the dynamic to see how they're actually going to react or respond to it. It doesn't always happen favorably, but it's so important to know. So the conflict sometimes is what actually reveals someone's true colors, and that can only help you and serve your business, especially when you're trying to think about who are the right people that actually do represent connection and that actually do represent team. It's important and it's necessary. And it's, again, bittersweet more often than not when you hold somebody to a certain standard, or you have a certain expectation or hope, or even telling them straight up, this is what it is that I'm hoping for you to do, or what you need to do, or if it's in regards to a specific task or scope of work and they're not able to actually fulfill it. That's just enlightenment for you to know, so that you can either pivot, put them in the right position, know what their actual strengths and weaknesses are, instead of just assuming that they're going to show up for you. So keep it in mind. And we're tapping into the Magician, and the Magician alignment is this very much, again, why you feel in some ways like you don't really need the team, because the magician kind of does it all, right? And has all 4 suits at his disposal, holding up that wand, as above, so below, infinite abundance. But ultimately, as much as you can, abracadabra your way out of pretty much anything in this energy of perfection and doing things exactly just so the way that you want them. There's only so much expansion that you can have doing it on your own. So if it's enough for you, and that's really the question, if it's enough for you, then try to continue and see how it works. But if you do feel like you need to expand, if you do feel like you need help, if you do feel like a team would actually benefit, then reach out to other people and give them the opportunity. Don't assume that they're going to fail you. If they do, just like we were just talking about before, the enlightenment is real too. And that is part of the magic of the magician, is not just assuming things, but putting themselves and creating the environment and the experience to be able to confirm the things that ultimately you may already know, because then the insight is actually proven, and that is freedom. So tap in to the magician in you, but think about other magicians that could be around that you don't really know, because you're not really extending yourself to building that network, to be building that energy of teamwork and connection and harmony that could definitely be a result of outsourcing and resourcing and just building on the relationship. So I do hope that helps. I hope that it helps everything rise into place. Nothing is falling. It is only up from here. And if this does resonate with you, I would love for you to put the fire emoji in the comments below, because I do feel in some ways that there's got to be a sense of being fired up, again, Mars going direct, and feeling this sense of more that can only potentially come through when you do more, when you create more, when you extend more, and when you are now attracting more. And that includes other connections that can really fire things up. So I'll see you next time. I hope that helps. Peace.